YouTube, we have a problem. For those of you who probably noticed that I didn't even throw an intro in this whole video at all, and I'm not going to just because I gotta get something off my chest. And I'm sure you've probably heard this from a lot of other bigger creators out there a lot. But this is me speaking out for all of the smaller creators out there about the whole YouTube system of copyright, or not even copyright, YouTube system of sudden video takedowns and flagging your videos and things like that for community guidelines, things that just don't make any sense and stuff. And mainly what I'm saying here is a lot of you here might be following this channel, might start to have followed this channel just because of my Apple M1, Windows 11 on Apple M1 series that I was doing. I did a UTM version and I did a VMware Fusion version. The VMware one came first, and then the UTM followed after that. And I was still thinking about following that with like on your iPhone, on your Android phone, and all the various little ways you can install Windows just to kind of see how to do it. And then the way I always express myself is to throw out as much of the jargon as possible and just speak directly to as if you're 8 years old. You can try it out, follow my instructions, you can do it. However, this video, the Apple M1 on VMware Fusion or Windows 11, installing Windows 11 on Apple M1 using VMware Fusion video that I did back in October, I believe. It was like mid to late October, was taken down via a community guidelines strike warning out of the blue. It happened pretty much today. Yeah, today I was at work and I got a notification on my phone that my video was flagged for removal, and it got removed. I tried to appeal it and it got taken down permanently. The appeal got rejected as of like 6:23 p.m. Eastern here today, as of recording this current video right now, 2 hours ago roughly. It got taken down and just rejected altogether. I have a problem with this because if you're a larger creator out there here on the platform or anywhere, right, you have a lot more say about even these things. We hear Corey Kenshin talking about this, Markiplier talking about this. I'm sure Jacksepticeye has talked about this. A lot of big, huge creators out there have talked about stuff like this. Only they are talking, a lot of times they're talking about copyright and some other things, right? And also Corey Kenshin, when he was doing it, this similar thing, it was something completely dumb. I'm not even sure exactly what happened, but it was something dumb. And I think his video got reinstated and came back because he talked to the right people. But unfortunately, me only being at 2,300 subscribers here on the platform, and a lot of you other small people out there that have done pretty much nothing wrong, right? Even when you try to explain yourself, you'll never be heard. You'll never be seen on YouTube. In fact, this video might even get taken down too because someone doesn't want me to speak. And unfortunately, if that gets taken down, then yes, I get one full copyright strike, not a warning. I get a strike on the channel, and I think it's 2 or 3, and the channel gets shut down completely, and it's just wiped off YouTube. And at this point, I'm fine with it. Yes, it's just one video. Yes, I can move on from this one thing, but still, I have a problem with this. Part of this channel's whole origin is to thinking outside the box. Yes, we get left to figure out using software on how things are meant to be used. But what if we use software in ways that software isn't meant to be used? What if we can use it on platforms that weren't necessarily designed for it, although you'll suffer performance hits and watermarks and all this craziness? What if we could do that? And that's what that video was to me. That was me looking at a bunch of the videos out there that were out there, they put a lot of jargon, in my opinion, or went too fast for the average human being to be able to go through and really understand how to install this stuff. And so I just broke it down and made it slower paced, throw out the jargon, and I just did it well. And that video that I did ended up at roughly, I think today or yesterday night, it was like 130,000 views. It was my top viewed video on the entire channel. In fact, it was my top viewed video ever of me being on YouTube on all the previous channels that I've done. It was my top video. That was something really proud moment to show to employers and anybody that, hey, this guy knows what's up. This guy knows how to do things. To me, remember, this YouTube is partially also for me to try to get jobs. And for this video to come down, not only do all 500 or 300 comments of that just get wiped off the face of the earth. In fact, comment came in today about something with the video. I think they were trying to help someone out about something. That got taken down. And the other thing with the video too is that the community guidelines on YouTube state that if you're trying to give software away for free, that's illegal. And yes, I completely agree that giving software away that's supposed to be paid for is completely illegal. You should never do that. But the thing that I was doing, and that you probably see it on every video on this channel when I do screen recordings, is that I haven't even activated Windows on this computer that I use here. It's kind of a joke at this point. I could easily activate it anytime I want. I'm using an insider preview build of Windows. And what did those UTM and VMware Fusion videos all across the whole web do? They are using the insider preview builds that Microsoft provides. UUP dump exists on the Microsoft Store for you to quickly download that file on any kind of device. It also exists as a website that you can pull the same insider build that you can get for free from Microsoft and install Windows in whatever you want. It's up to you to figure out if you can understand the logic that's coming behind it to install it, because my video is long, but if you sit through it, you can get it done. That's the idea, right? It's a tutorial video. I even had businesses reaching out to me about understanding it, and it was too long for them. Could I help them out or stuff like that? Obviously, I didn't do it, but I had all of that coming in. So it's just the annoyance, right? This video's been up for almost 6 months or over 6 months, 7 months, whatever that amount is. And it's garnered more views than someone else's video or a bunch of other people's videos who have far 10 times the amount of subscribers than even I do. But yet this one video of mine gets taken down, but all the other videos out there, I'm not even going to mention the names because I'm an adult and I'm not going to call out other people. These other videos out there, they're still up. They're all still there. Some of them with 78,000 views, some of them with 10,000 views, some of them with 3,000 views. They're all still up. But maybe it's because mine dwarfed it by the top one by almost 2x, it gets taken down. That's where, in my opinion, I'm offended. And that's where I feel like this was kind of directed towards me. This was someone upset about something, and so they hit the flag button. And then because YouTube is all bots for anybody who's under 100,000 subscribers or probably 200,000 subscribers, it's all bots. You'll never be able to talk to anybody. You'll never be able to appeal anything and get it accepted because a bot probably reviews the appeal too. And if it's not using the right words, it just gets rejected. It gets thrown out. It's terrible. This is terrible practice for YouTube. I've seen the videos online already. I've seen a bunch. I think I've seen Angry Joe talk. I think I've seen Dame Drops or someone talk about something like this. I've seen Corey Kenshin, Markiplier. I think I've seen Jacksepticeye talk about this. I've seen a whole bunch of these kind of videos come out. And the difference between them and me is that I'm at 2,300. I'm almost at 2,400 subscribers. I'm not at 2 million and 200,000 or anything big like that. I'm not at 100 million, 80 million and so on like that. I'm not even close to there. That'd be a dream for me. I'm at 2,000. So there's no way that anyone at my level would be able to ever speak about anything like this and get any attention. I'll never be able to talk to a real YouTube representative to understand what's going on here. I'll never be able to even know who even flagged the video. I don't know. It's probably because of privacy reasons. I'll never know any of that. They'll just say, hey, someone struck this down and sorry, too bad, it's gone. But all the other videos out there will leave it up because no one struck those things, And the way I feel like it's not a automated thing is because the video's been up for over 6 months now. It's been up for 6 months now. Okay. In fact, the video's not even valid anymore just because the method doesn't even work anymore. It gets some error that pops up. Even I've tried it recently. So the fact that the video's been up for so long, and typically the way YouTube works when you upload a video that's supposed to be taken down because it's against guidelines is that as soon as you upload, it's already being scanned. And so as soon as it's about to go live or hit published, YouTube will tell you hey, we got to take it down. We scanned it and it has some information, things that we don't want on our platform for safety reasons. And so they'll take it down immediately. This video was up for so long that there's no way that was ever a case. This is a manual flag by someone upset about something. Who knows if it's Microsoft? Who knows if it's anything? And I highly doubt it's Microsoft, even though they're putting system requirements not met. But they themselves have acknowledged that Windows 11 has things baked in it that other people have dug up, and other platforms like Windows Central and a bunch of people have talked about and showed people about that some people might find if they know how to do the right things. And all I do is just read those articles and then I make it in video form versus writing, and that's it. Since people don't like to read, apparently. In fact, people don't even like to listen to long videos either. So I don't know what's going on. YouTube, you need to fix this. Okay, I want the video back up. Okay, I guess I don't want to call out everybody else, but in my opinion, if my one video is down, right, gets down, you might as well take down all the videos related to Windows 11 altogether that show people how to install it in different ways on iOS and things. Just take down all of them off the platform. If you don't want that, take them all down. Don't just target one person, target everybody, the whole platform. Just take it down. Do a mass purge of everyone doing that, and then people will know. But you won't do that. You only listen to the one, you only see that one ticker that somebody said, hey, I don't like this video, it needs to be taken down, and then you take it down. It didn't say it was flagged for takedown by Microsoft. It didn't say anything. It just said this was taken down because it's against our community guidelines. Who put that up? I have no idea. And even when I hit the appeal button, I typed out a logical appeal, got rejected literally an hour later, or not even an hour later, like 3 hours later. So I have no idea what's going on. I want this fixed because that kind of puts pressure on the channel too, because the more demos I want to do, different ways to install Windows. I was even going to figure out a way to install Windows on an Xbox. It's not any, like, all these methods to install Windows, they're not the logical ones. You should just use Parallels and all the more performant based stuff. But this is for fun. This is for experimentation to see, can it be done? And this is how you can do it if it can be done. You're not going to play games on this. You're not going to really be productive on it because it was far too slow. It's just to see if it can be done. And then if other people want to try it, it can be done. We already know VMware Tools doesn't exist for M1 Max anyway. So like, there was no point to it, but it was just to put it up because it can happen. It's a thing that is possible. It's going against the norm, right? It's going against it. And I guess on the internet and a lot of platforms, going against the norm is wrong. You should always just listen to exactly what everyone says and everything like that. Because in my opinion, if you want a platform, if you want a operating system to run as ideally and as intended so you can play your games or do whatever you want with it, just buy the device that supports the operating system natively. If you want all the jankiness and all the jank factor out of it, obviously you're going to go through a VM or whatever it is, and it's going to be janky, and you're probably not going to be able to accomplish much. This method was so poor, but yet it was so interesting to people that, like, you couldn't even change the resolution or anything because there was no VMware Tools. There were no drivers for this thing. You can't do any of that, So I don't want to ramble anymore, but I just wanted to mention this because it's ridiculous. It's been on my head since 2 o'clock, since I was in the middle of some break stuff at work, and I saw it and it just kind of ruined my mood for the day. I don't want things to ruin my mood for the day, but nevertheless, I had to get this out. This video will probably get taken down by YouTube. Who knows? I don't know anymore. But hey, I mean, if you want to communicate more about this, there's a Discord channel, server, whatever it is, open in the link in the description box below. You can chat with me on it on Discord. If you don't care, you don't care. I mean, the video is going up regardless. It'll probably get taken down. I want to see what happens from this because this is ridiculous, and smaller creators need a say too. Can't just, I know YouTube is for like the top 2% creators that have like millions and millions. They make them the most money, but still smaller creators can grow to those levels. But if you throw them off, like you don't care, they'll never be able to go through those levels. It sucks. In fact, I'm part of the Windows Insider MVP program. And if it is Microsoft, I may end up having to step down and just not go with the MVP program at all, just because it's just not right. You should be able to experiment. Windows is not open source, but Windows is a more open platform than a lot of platforms out there, other than Linux, obviously. So, but nevertheless, yeah, I just wanted to say that there'll be a video up tomorrow, Thursday, as usual. The video's already up, actually, technically, but it'll be scheduled for publishing on tomorrow morning, usual time, 10 a.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for that. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, hopefully in a better mood. All right, everybody.